This is Mamuni. Thank you so much for being Amar Baba.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Breaking news, big news. In a press release dated 25th September 2025, CBDT said the Central Board of Direct Taxes, that is CBDT, has decided to extend the specified date for filing various audit reports for the previous year 2024-25, assessment year 2025-26, from 30th September 2025 to 31st October for assessees referred to in Clause A of Explanation 2 to subsection 1 of Section 139 of the Income Tax Act. The new due date, which was announced by the Income Tax Department on Thursday, that is 25th September 2025, comes after the Central Board of Direct Taxes, that is CBDT, received a request from various professional associations, including chartered accountant bodies, highlighting difficulties faced by taxpayers and practitioners in completing audit reports within the original timeline. The reasons cited in these representations include disruptions caused by floods and natural calamities in certain parts of the country, which have impeded or affected normal business and professional activity. This matter has also come up before high courts. It is clarified that the income tax e-filing portal has been operating smoothly and without any technical glitches, and the tax audit reports are being uploaded successfully. The system is stable and fully functional, enabling submission of various statutory forms and reports. At the close of 24th September 2025, 4 lakh 2,000 tax audit reports, that is TERS, were uploaded, with over 60,000 tax audit reports, that is TERS, uploaded on 24th September 2025. Furthermore, more than 7.57 crore ITRs have been filed till 23rd September 2025. What is a tax audit? A tax audit is basically a financial checkup. It means going through a business or professional's accounts to confirm that income, expenses, and deductions are properly recorded and taxes are calculated as per the law. Who needs to file an income tax audit report for assessment year 2025-26? Tax audit comes under section 44AB of the Income Tax Act. It is required for number 1. A tax audit does not apply to everyone in India, but business with turnover above rupees 1 crore must undergo a tax audit. However, the limit increased to rupees 10 crore if at least 95% of the transactions are digital, part of the government's push toward a cashless society. In other words, where cash dealings form less than 5% of total transactions, the limit is increased to rupees 10 crore. Number 2. Freelancers and professionals such as doctors, lawyers, architects, or chartered accountants running private practices also fall under audit requirement if their annual income exceeds rupees 50 lakhs. Number 3. People under presumptive taxation, that is 44 AD or 44 ADA or 44 AE, if they declare lower profits than prescribed and their income exceeds the basic exemption limit. What happens if the taxpayer misses the new due date or new deadline? Any taxpayer who is required to file an income tax audit report misses or fails to file the tax audit report by the 31st October 2025, that is the due date set by the CBDT, then the taxpayer will incur penalties in accordance with section 271B of the Income Tax Act, which are as follows. Number 1. 0.5% of the total sales turnover or gross receipts. Number 2. Rupees 1,50,000, whichever is lower. In which cases there are no penalties. If there is a reasonable cause behind the failure to file the income tax audit report, no penalty shall be levied under section 271B. So far, the reasonable causes that are accepted by tribunals or courts for delay in filing tax audit reports are natural calamities only. What happens if the tax audit report is not submitted? Can the taxpayer still file ITR or income tax return by 31st October 2025? If the taxpayer is required to get his or her accounts tax audited under section 44AB but fails to submit the audit report, then the taxpayer technically won't be able to file a valid ITR or income tax return by the 31st October 2025 deadline. But if the taxpayer misses the tax audit submission deadline of 30th September 2025, the taxpayer can still submit it later by paying a penalty. A renowned chartered accountant says the income tax portal usually requires the audit report to be uploaded before or along with the ITR. Filing without the audit report may lead to the ITR being treated as defective or even invalid under section 139(9). In such cases, the taxpayer risks penalties, interest, and notices from the income tax department. Moreover, filing the tax audit report on time not only avoids penalties but also clears the way for smooth ITR filing, because if the taxpayer's accounts require tax audit under section 44AB and the taxpayer has not submitted the audit report, filing valid ITR or income tax return by the deadline becomes problematic. The question arises, will income tax return filing or ITR filing due date be extended now for audit cases to 30th November 2025 due to tax audit deadline extension to 31st October 2025 by CBDT? Are you people confused? Actually, CBDT circular sparks confusion on audit report and ITR due date. The confusion in circular 14 2025 arises because specified date under section 44AB is not independently defined. It is linked to the due date under section 139(1). The due date under section 139(1) for assessors requiring audit report is 31st October 2025. The taxpayers are confused about whether the income tax return filing or ITR filing due date under section 139(1) for audited assessors remains 31st October 2025 or has also shifted to 30th November 2025, and whether the linkage between audit report filing under section 44AB and income tax return filing or ITR filing under section 139(1) is broken by this circular. I personally feel that CBDT is likely to issue another notification or circular to clear the confusion of the taxpayers and confirm the extension of ITR filing due date to 30th November 2025 or it remains 31st October 2025. While the tax audit extension to 31st October 2025 offers short-term relief to the taxpayers, but the month of October will demand peak efficiency and careful planning because October also brings many other due dates such as GST quarterly filings, TDS returns, and ROC filings or Register of Companies filings. And of course, the festivals like Durga Puja, Lakshmi Puja, Dhanteras, Diwali, Bhai Dooj, Chhat Puja, etc. Do salaries individual need tax audits? Salaries individuals generally do not require tax audits, but if any salaried individual has any income from any other source like professional fees exceeding rupees 50 lakhs or business income exceeding rupees 1 crore, then a tax audit might be applicable. What documents are audited for tax audit report? Income tax audit requires the chartered accountant, that is CA, to audit account documents like A. Journal, B. Ledger, C. Cash book, D. Bank statements, E. Stock records, F. Purchases or sales invoices which authenticates the state of affairs of business as on the last date of the financial year. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your precious time. I sincerely hope this was helpful.